Ready?
Nope. Y'all have had 30 minutes to be ready.
Oh my god. Dictatorship.
Fair.
Yeah. And we're live. Welcome to Anima. We were just talking about nerd stuff, and it got a little long. Plus, Alicia was being so slow getting on Discord.
Grandma.
That was not my fault. That's not my fault. It was being stupid.
It seems
Goes
like
to bed
it's your
early.
fault.
Doesn't know how to use technology.
Wow.
How old are you really?
Wow.
You don't want to know.
Alicia is one of the oldest people in this call.
Like, she's one of the oldest people in the universe.
Are you the Lord of the Mysteries?
Alicia wishes.
Wow. I'm gonna beat you up.
That's okay.
He doesn't have very good combat stats comparatively to you.
True, I went down Seer pathway. I'm not high enough. I didn't get to clown yet.
Nah, you're worse. You're on the secret supplicant.
Yo, secret suppliant?
Yeah,
I wouldn't have the guts.
you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't have the guts. Honestly, if I were to actually choose one, it would probably be Arbiter.
Anyway, before
Or
we get
Spectator.
sidetracked.
And Alicia's pathway would be a little bitch.
Anyway. Welcome. So, what happened last week? The pizza man tried to kill the party, and then Daisha ripped him to shreds.
I'll never be able to
yeah.
order a pizza again.
That is a fun little reveal, Alicia. We all died.
What?
Yeah, we're all
That
dead.
is true. All everyone's bodies were found in the house.
You included.
So welcome to Session 0, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. What did you want to play?
Are you guys fucking with me, or are you
The-
serious?
You know what? Only partially.
It is the thing of me saying we all died. I'm not lying. But
If it makes you feel any better, I'm the only one that almost died for real because there was no actual tank.
Yeah, you weren't there to do your bodyguard duty again.
I'm sorry.
I'd punch you right in your stupid face if it wouldn't break my hand.
it's good that your boy wasn't there to get trauma of someone taking your duty of opening the door to get pizza and getting shot like right away.
Yeah, I was planning for it to
Your
be your character too. You had to miss that session.
Yeah, Ken was too much of a coward. He's planning to shoot your character in the face, but since I opened the door, he thought I couldn't take it and shot me in the gut instead.
Which is very funny to me, and a very Anima thing to say of, yeah, I was gonna shoot your character in the face because I knew you could take it. Damage barrier is so fun.
Yeah. So a little bit more of the story. Someone was spying on Dr. Hawthorne's estate, and it came down to Thaddeus, Alphonse, and Zerkanon with the help of Angelica the goat rat
Yes.
to chase down this individual who leapt and moved with inhuman agility, dodging over traffic. Despite this, Angelica the goat and Thaddeus were able to keep pretty good pace up until the man decided to leap up a alleyway and get pretty much out of line of sight. Later, Dr. Hawthorne decided to have a sleepover at his house. And then, pretty much what I said earlier went on. Pizza Man tried to kill y'all. There was another guy. He also had a gun. That didn't matter. Daisha eviscerated both of them.
It mattered to me.
That's true. You did get shot.
I almost died.
You were fine.
If we went one more round, the only thing that would have saved me was Thaddeus coming and standing right in front of me.
Yeah, if you just scroll up a little bit, you'll start seeing Dacia's god rolls on the chart.
I'm never gonna roll like that ever again.
Them open rolls last session. Alicia, you missed something amazing.
We open rolled the majority of the checks in the game.
Oh.
Definitely more than half.
It was a good portion, yeah.
Also, it was an excellent showing of, yeah, monofilament wire is as cool as you think it is.
It really is. And if you build it right, you can get it at level 1.
Yeah.
Nice StarKid reference.
Then, when everyone was deciding what to do, finding that the individuals who were stalking Dr. Hawthorne were indeed Inquisitors, you were then the group was then visited by Nihilus Ark, the wizard that Dr. Hawthorne had met before. And Nihilus came in, made the scene look convincing, created some fake bodies to leave behind for the Inquisition to find, and offered you all to stay at his estate while the heat dies down, as he assured you all that soon the Inquisition was going to have their hands full. And where we finally left off, you guys had just stepped through the portal and you've entered into a large estate, very beautiful, with cherry wood furnishings and the like. So, the portal closes as you've all seemed to enter through like an archway between rooms, and you are now in a rather nice, large dining room, like a massive, like ballroom almost level dining room. Very fancy. The place has a very nice cherry wood aesthetic with the occasional nice furnishings like brass lamps and a variety of nice paintings. And more impressive than anything is a large window paneled with a variety of glass that looks out over a vast distance, though you can see in the distance the lights of a city. The building itself is illuminated by a variety of chandeliers and wall torches that have a soft flame glowing in them. Nihilus, with his tall and lithe form, wearing his nice robes, moves past you all and says, "There is a variety of guest rooms all over the place. I'm sure you'll be able to recognize the master bedroom, and I ask that you don't use that room. Otherwise, the other room's open to you all."
And is this a real city we're in, or is this another spot in the lake?
Well, we're not in a city, and nor are we in the wake. This estate is on the Lucille mountain range, and over there you can see Deluxe. And for the first time for some of you, probably, you're outside one of the walled cities.
I look way more relaxed.
Is it still nighttime?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see outside. I don't get a view. I'm somewhere in cover.
It's amazing how being so far from the city, all the problems in it feel so small.
You don't know the half of it. But I'm sure you're all tired and we have much to discuss tomorrow.
Yes, I certainly think we do. As he's like flush against the wall with all the windows on it. There aren't blinds or anything, are there?
He looks at the massive, like, 30-foot tall window.
Yeah, he's like pressed against whatever would stop any line of sight from outside.
No, there are no blinds. The rooms on the right side of that hallway over there do not face any outward-facing windows.
So
Yeah.
no windows leading to the sky out there. Okay.
Considering they're
okay.
built into a mountainside, no, there's not.
Well, your magic, able to temporarily do some so I can walk across the room to get there?
You should be fine. There's a layer of protection that prevents anyone from being perceived from the outside.
Oh, that hits the scientist in him. But also, he's so fucking scared of the night sky.
Here, take my jacket. She just throws it on her head.
I think he'll take it. But he'll also, just because of that, he's curious. He would take a peek out the window.
Okay.
The best he can.
You step up to a vantage point where you can now see, like, the sky more proper. And you feel your soul begin to play.
Yeah, he immediately jumps back. Still perceived.
Now let's make a face. Interesting.
Yeah, not what I'd call it personally, but you know.
Would you like to just come walk beside me, sort of use me to block it? I have a large box here that you could hide behind a little more.
He'll use literally anything. Like he tucks himself into the jacket as best he can. Thaddeus as well. He'll just like try to walk right in front of or right behind.
He'll be purposely blocking you from any line of sight as best as he can. He just spreads his arms, like trying to protect you.
I love the imagery of it possibly being you moving slowly sideways as like Dr. Hawthorne scooches across with you.
The thing is,
Yes.
too, it's I can't wait till I get the art. It is like picture Henry Cavill using another man as cover because he's scared of the window. Like that is the image.
Through some shenanigans and body blocking, you do manage to get to the hallway without being eviscerated. And with that, Nas is like, unless anyone else has anything for me, I'm going to go to bed.
Have a good night.
Thank you for your help today.
Right. With that, he goes and he moves. going down the hallway and entering in through like a nice double door room at the back before closing the doors behind him. The estate is large, and you can definitely tell that this place probably has a good number of guest bedrooms, probably somewhere in the range of like 10 to 15.
For someone that claims he was bemoaned to have guests in his house, he's certainly built for it. She starts walking down the hall.
Well, or less guests and more like ghosts, I suppose.
Well, I would love to stay up with all of you and continue this, but I am feeling the need for a rest. So I'm going to claim this room here. I'll see you all in the morning. If you need anything, feel free to come see me.
Oh, okay.
Have a good night.
I will do the same, only because I would like to, if we're going to hang out and talk and unpack everything, I'd like to be not under a threat of death. So this place is too open.
Zerkan's like trying his best to be there until everyone's sort of done having this conversation, but then he's just like, okay, and he nods and like weakly nudges the door open with his cardboard box and just pushes it in, and then like nods at everyone and closes it, and just immediately collapses on a bed in there.
Oh no, he left Angelica outside.
Jilka's just like headbutting the door.
It's okay, just opens the door and lets her in. Shuts the door. How are you doing, Alphonse? I know this day's been a lot for everyone.
Well, I saw my first dead body today, and my first dead body of me today. That was an experience. And I guess this is our temporary home now.
And probably, at least until things can get sorted out or the heat dies down, whichever comes first.
I don't know. He did say that the Inquisition apparently would eventually get called away for something, so. We'll have to see, though. I guess he like takes out his coins and counts. Might be a little rough for a while.
We'll manage. I wish I could say stuff like this gets easier, but it doesn't necessarily. At least for someone like me or eventually Zerkanon. I'm just sorry that...
Just sorry.
Apologies for the birds in the background.
Oh, okay.
I'm just sorry that you and Juniper had to be dragged into this.
Yeah. How are you doing, Juniper?
First time out of the city in under these circumstances. It doesn't feel good.
I get it, but at least we're safe, I think.
Where have you been? I thought you were Dr. Hawthorne.
Oh, shit!
Outside the door.
Door creaks open as a pair of eyes look over at you.
Oh, and I guess that's fair as well. I'm sorry about your reputation, Thaddeus.
It's alright. I think that's the least of my worries. At least I'm alive.
That's fair.
Oh god, doesn't Thaddeus have to re-up his medicine all the time?
It's true.
I need to re-up my medicine all the time.
Guys. I think we might be locked in here with a beast.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, 2 serious advice party members.
He's about to go crazy, Choom.
I mean, what if our wizard friend is able to make some?
Probably for me. I don't know about for our boy Thads.
What's your advice?
Just pain medication, nerve stuff.
I like the idea of a wizard just being like, ah, shit, you just need like a little bit of like opiate. Here you go.
I mean,
Check it out. I summoned it.
we have had a game where that was a thing, where you had to get a little bit of crack to keep the ship alive.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I've heard the stories
I
of
remember
that.
the crack pirates, yeah.
Me making a cool wizard boy and my main thing just being casting, summon, conjure, Advil.
Or just summon a creature from the wake that produces it.
Yes, this strange fleshy beast, if you suckle from its teat, it actually has a lot of nerve numbing properties that will work just fine. Just lick its sweat off its weird wrinkly body.
Feed from
It's
the
just a-
nectar of my beast.
It's just the weird like cow things from Star Wars Episode 8.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Banthas.
That's what they are, and that Luke Skywalker drinks its milk.
That's not a bantha. That's earlier movies.
Well, at the very least, some good night's sleep and we can all discuss everything with a clear head in the morning. Wish you all good night. And I picked the room next to Zarkanon's.
As you all enter into
Apparently.
the rooms, the rooms on the left side of the hallway have nice windows that kind of look out. The rooms are lightly illuminated by moonlight, and you can see that there's like a candle near it on a nearby table, and these rooms are really nice. Each of these rooms would probably be the size of an average person's living room, with a nice bed, a closet, and a few dressers and a armoire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Type furniture.
Yeah.
Was he correct? The windows on the other side don't have any any view
On
to
the
the
window,
outside?
the rooms on the right don't have windows.
Oh, thank God.
They're built into a mountain.
They're
I
You
built
want to
into a-
stare at
trust him.
rock?
I chose.
He
up to
said
do
that
it.
if I walk in front of those windows, I wouldn't take damage. And look, I got damage. I don't trust this wizard when it comes to my soul being flayed.
Clearly he doesn't know Windows.
Or
He
magical
doesn't know your soul.
protections.
Oh, he doesn't know the turn off window spell. Oh, what wizard he is. Like the first one you learned, probably.
How would you know that? I'm calling the Inquisition.
I read it somewhere.
Oh.
The rooms on the right are very dark, as they have like a wall torch that is unlit and a candle by them. But when the doors are closed, it's pitch black.
Safety.
But otherwise, similarly well furnished, and as you all eventually get into bed, you find the covers a little stiff and rather cold. Even though this place has a general like room, pleasant temperature, you can tell that this place does not get a lot of use. And many of these covers and sheets feel as if they were new. And unless anyone has anything, y'all sleep through the nights.
I will spend after the 40 minutes of sleep I require.
Technically, you don't even need sleep. You already slept earlier that day.
Oh yeah, it's true. I'm totally chilling. I think, in this moment, that he's in a pure black room. There's no view to the outside. Thank God. I think Dr. Hawthorne's gonna try meditating. The thing for Key. You heard about that? It's gonna actually give it a real try, like these long hours. See what he can find and harness of his soul or whatever.
Well, you were notified before. Your path was started by this soul flaying phenomenon. You need to meditate under the gaze of whatever is watching you to get your benefits.
True, but general meditation, which this guy definitely has never done. Never meditated a day in his life. He's like, I should probably figure out what meditating feels like first.
Okay.
It would be embarrassing if I sat in front of a window, it almost kills me, and I didn't even meditate.
True.
Yeah, it would be funny.
It's like I kind of just closed my eyes and panicked in my head.
You know what'd be really funny is when you meditate and you focus your inner eye on yourself, you end up flaying yourself.
Yeah, it takes over the eye that I turn inward.
No, he's got my insight.
Oh no, my inner eye! Can't block that.
Okay. You do so, and you can dictate how well that goes, or you can make a large part of general meditation is oftentimes more about self-control than anything else. So if you would like to leave it to the dice, you can make a will check.
I would like to leave it to the dice.
We'll say a base level meditation requires a DC 10.
Holy fuck.
Yo. This man is so willful.
Like, my will's a 6.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why did it roll a D12?
I
It
clicked the
didn't.
willpower
He
button.
rolled a 10. If you get a 10, it gives you a +2.
Oh.
Oh, because it can't handle that. Okay.
Thank you, David.
It's something we figured out before, so I thought I'd bring it up again.
Oh, that's fair.
Did we? In this game?
Not in this game, but in the one shot.
I don't know if that's true. He plays so much Anima without us. He probably just knows this stuff.
But they don't play on roll 20.
True.
I forgot about that. I'm still having trouble because in Anima normally it's a roll under, not a roll over.
They have both.
Yeah, but they're for different types of things.
Is it good I rolled an 18 here or bad?
Yeah, it's good. Because
Woo.
the roll 20 uses only roll over. It doesn't use roll under, so. No, yeah, you max rolled. You got as good as you could get.
I don't know what these Buddhists are talking about. Inner peace. This shit's easy.
Me looking inside to my completely tranquil spiritual sea and just going, how do I make this inner peace? Struggling so hard to find a way to make the most peaceful place more peaceful.
I think it's also in that sense of Dr. Hawthorne, since that night where he saw the entity, he has like not had a night that he wasn't filled with some form of anxiety, paranoia. Because like he can be in his essentially steel box of a bedroom, but there's still that paranoia that like if he slips away in any sleep, he could just not wake up. He's terrified like constantly, and then finally, like a first night of a long time, he's just notices near the end of it when the sun is like rising, he just didn't feel anxious for a bit. He's kind of felt a little calm.
It's at this point that you hit this like level of calm. Everything truly settles for you. In your mind's eye, you get an image, not a perception, but more of like a sensation. You can almost perceive your body. At least it's spiritual essence. It's hard to describe. It's a very fuzzy light in the shape of your body. And you see in a variety of places some lack of form, almost as if your body has a variety of geysers leaking your vital energy.
That tracks what that master said.
And with that thought, you believe you're perceiving the incorporeal damage to your soul. And what he said before, it was a process of healing and strengthening your spiritual core. But as of right now, at the very least, you don't really have a strong sense for what this spiritual core is.
I think in that state, it would be I think he'd take that literally. If he can find that he can manipulate this kind of out-of-body experience at all, he'd be like, I mean, where would the core be? At, like, the center. And try to focus even harder, like, on that aura. Try to figure it out.
Yeah. As you try to bring more focus, you find that in this state, concentrating is starting to break your meditative state.
There's that other element that it's an element that happens when you're trying to solve, like, I forget the exact name of the type of puzzle, but it's a puzzle where there's just things hidden you have to find, like in a mess of visual information, where the best solution is to like unfocus your eyes and try to zone out somewhat, like that very controlled sense of lack of focus. I think you try to slip into that.
Yeah. In doing so, you find that your meditative state regains its level of stability, and you're starting to notice something else. The energy inside of you isn't just like a static fog. Rather, there's a flow to the energy inside you.
Where's the source coming from if it's a flow? Like, where's it entering and how's it leaving? Aside from the geysers that it sounds like I have.
It's hard to tell in the moment. As you're looking over your spiritual self, you can see there's a flow, but it's so still, or it's so calm. There's not very many, like, ripples or whirlpools you can see.
It's another note that he kind of makes. In this moment, he's doing it in the best way of lack of focus, but like also, man, he really wants to figure out
A mythology.
I mean, yeah, like what is the step-by-step level of what's going on? So I think the next thing he would do is like, okay, that's me. I'm relatively static. I can stay there, do this again, hopefully. I think he'd want to figure out next what's the limit of his like this out of body experience. Can he leave the room?
As you try to shift your perception away, you find that it doesn't work, and this kind of conscious thought again begins to reduce your meditative state.
Okay.
You get a sensation that this image that you're perceiving in your mind's eye is not an actual perception, but more of like your spirit trying to convey to you information.
Huh. Okay. Man, I wish the spirits could just hold up a sign telling me. I think he'd in that case, in the most unfocused way possible. I think his position of attention / the lack thereof is just on those like wounds in his spirit that's gushing out, repairing itself. Because just from the description of it, it seemed like that seems like more of a bad thing. But like that is clearly abnormal. He wants to get a good read of it.
It's hard to tell. There's not any flesh or any kind of like other parts. You just see in your mind's eye a loose glowing image of your body's outline with just a few parts that are geysering in places. It leaves you to think, what could even cause damage to such an ethereal thing?
Is there a specific number of those wounds?
Yes.
I've
based
been
on
looked
how
at
much
4
HP
times.
you're missing.
Yeah, I imagine there's 4 geysers.
Yes, if you're missing 20.
I am.
Yes.
Okay. That rules out that part. In any case of that, he's seeing this, trying to get this information from himself. I think he'd try to, I guess, get connected again in that like lack of focus state. He's gonna see if he can feel it. Feel whatever this like spiritual thing is going on when he's in this state. Get a feel of his like own energy flow a lot harder than he could in the normal waking world.
Yes. You kind of go into this state and you struggle with it for a little bit because it seems like the focus on your feelings is causing you to lose your meditative state. But with your supreme willpower and control, you kind of enter into this state of sensing your body without having any major focus on it. And you can feel inside of you a slight motion, as if a light current is moving through your body. And stranger yet, at those injury points that you feel, you can loosely feel them almost as if wind was blowing across your body in those locations.
Very strange sensation.
You start to feel the flow of this energy inside of you.
Once he reaches that flow, I think he'd spend a lot of time like focusing, not focusing on it. In that state, he's just going to continue on, but he's trying to see the next thing he'd think of. How much of it do I got? How much is in that well? How much can flow into me? Can I change the flow at all? Increase it, decrease it? Just as he's in that state, just like how much can I mess with the flow, almost like it's water or air?
As you begin to think about this, you try a variety of methods of almost injecting feelings into yourself. Something that does seem to work. While a lot of thoughts tend to like slightly disrupt the flow, if you focus on moving the flow to any individual parts of yourself, you see and feel that flow of energy kind of accelerate and flow more like a current.
With that, I think he would try to get it to a point where it feels natural, or like it feels specifically wherever like the energy enters through the body and immediately flows to like the arms or the legs. He's a fighter at heart. Like his body is trained for that. So his first thought is, well, how much, I guess, energy can I put in my hands and feet?
Yeah. There's no energy entering your body. What you kind of sense is it's almost like a underwater spring is filling it from some source inside of you that you can't yet feel. But as you force or try to flow the energy into your limbs, at first you're more successful. You feel the energy kind of enter into your limbs, and you can see the currents kind of get stirred up more and create obvious appearing flows in your body. But when you try to suddenly shift it to your legs, you find it kind of almost get confused as it rushes into you and then goes to your legs in a very inorganic feel. Eventually, you manage to push the energy into your legs and fill them. You can see little eddies forming at different points on your feet.
I think he'd try to figure out like if he's noticing that feels different. There's some weird reason that there's a difference between his arms and his legs. It's the scientist in him is trying to figure out why is there a difficulty there. The first other thought is like, damn, have I been skipping leg day? I think the other aspect when it comes to just this general thing of, damn, why does my legs feel weird? I don't think he knows how much he can move in this state, but like, I think that's his next step he would try to go for. Try to integrate some movement, even if it's just pure spiritual movement. Like, he's never been one to do like the straightforward katas of like other martial arts, but there's the very basic kickboxing 1, 2, 3, 4, small little combo. He would see how much he can move and like have that flow and meditation state while moving in some way.
Okay. You think of the act of moving, and you naturally want to synchronize this inner energy with your physical body. But as you attempt to do so, the very act of moving your body suddenly breaks your meditation, and you find yourself no longer perceiving your spirit body.
Damn. It's like he slowly gets up off the floor, like tensing his muscles, like remembering that phantom feeling of the energy flowing in him. Also trying to see if he can have that feeling in any way, if he can feel the flow of his own inner energy.
What do you try to do to feel this flow?
I think he tries to... His first thought is like, well, let me just kind of close my eyes, think on it, and remember the sensations. Like, that doesn't feel like it's working. I'm not in that spirit, like looking at my spirit form anymore. I think the big part he focuses on, just that part, instead of going full meditation, just that, the feeling of like that reservoir filling, trying to get that sensation of it, trying to almost like bring it out into the physical.
Okay. Notice that when you concentrate on it a little bit, you can feel the energy in you much more clearly than you could before.
That's fun. The moment he's able to get that, he has that like happy, like, hell yeah, I did it, and then it starts to slip. He shuts himself up, refocuses, and then tries to repeat some of the stuff he was doing, like making it flow, or trying to get that sensation of the flow to his limbs.
Same order as before, or?
Same order.
Okay. So as you do so, again, you feel that going from a neutral state, you pushing your energy into your arms, you start to feel it. You can't perceive it in the same way. You're not in that same straight meditative state, but now you're starting to sense this energy in a way you just couldn't before. And again, when you feel the energy move through you, now that you're kind of more corporeal in this moment, it feels weird. It feels almost as if it sloshes into your torso and spins around a bit before it moves into your legs in a more sluggish fashion.
And he's like, damn, I really skipped leg day. I didn't think I did. I'm thinking he tried to reset it to normal and then try it in reverse. If it's sloshing weird in his torso, maybe it wants to go find the lowest point, like a liquid, and then refill, like go back up.
Okay. You try to go back to a neutral state. You hold it for a little bit, and the energy kind of settles around you. And then you push it into your legs, and this time, you don't feel that same resistance. But then when you try to move that energy from your legs to your arms, again, you get that weird sensation as the energy almost sloshes into your torso before moving into your arms more sluggishly. As a scientist, this makes you think of natural currents, water. It's a hard association not to make. You imagine if you were stirring a pot in one direction, and what would happen if you would suddenly move the ladle or spoon in the opposite direction.
Yeah. Like interfering with that flow feels off. And like, which then his only other thought is it might need to be directed purposefully, like. And in this now physical state, he keeps that hold, resets himself to neutral, does his the steps of like 1, 2, 3, 4, like punch, 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 and then like the final bit is a higher kick. And at that point of like he's getting to 4 in that shadow boxing he's doing, and it's pitch black, that's when he tries to flow the energy to his leg.
Yeah.
Try to see if he can target that limb specifically.
As you go through the motions, you feel almost as if the energy inside of you is putting weight, some kind of intangible weight behind your punches. But again, as you gonna go and do for the kick, you're doing it in such a fast motion, and since you have this focus on this energy inside of you, your sense of balance gets super thrown off, and your kick, which is something you practice many times, a technique that under normal circumstances you would have zero problems with, this focus on this energy and moving it in this way has completely thrown you off and completely ruined the set of motions.
I think he fully like fucking stumbles over. Like he doesn't fall over, but he definitely like almost hits like the dresser. He catches himself. Okay. That one might be the harder one, maybe? So he'd repeat it, but this time have the energy flowing to his arms instead. Like, does he get that same level of if he throws like a solid 2, like a real good like right hook? Does he also get thrown off that balance?
If you're doing like kicks or something first, and then you try to shift the energy, then yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, his thought is either that's something that needs to be trained out, so where it flows naturally on his whim, or if he's going to come up with anything or utilize this power, he needs to stick to one part of the body.
And the thought occurs to you that Juniper was much more classically trained in all this. Maybe she has some insight that can elucidate you.
True. Makes a note of that. And then I think he spends... he's like, I'm not fucking doing anything else. He spends that night just fucking around with that energy. Seeing what he can do, trying to get used to it, because the other thought of his is, well, if I accidentally kick, or I feel that flow, and maybe I'm like sparring someone, or fighting, or doing something, I would hate to stumble and fall over, because I feel the energy liquid flow to my leg wrong. He's trying to like force to learn that balance, and learn how to do his normal routines with this feeling. It's like wearing weighted stuff in his head. He's like, I don't know, I never wore weighted anklets or whatever, but maybe I can just treat it like that.
Okay. Does anyone else have any nighttime affairs they want to settle before we continue?
I do. How much do you heal at night?
It's based on your regeneration.
Yeah, I have regeneration 4.
Ooh.
Wow. That's probably
I'm
from
an
being a
elf.
Sylvan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not a light day.
No, this would not count as a rested day, so...
Why not? I sleep
You
so
still,
good.
despite that, recovered 20...
Okay, it brings me back to full.
Why wouldn't it be a restful day? Looks at bullet
Looks
scars.
at bullet holes in body.
Hey, only a bullet divots. So if I'm at full health now, does my all action mod definitely go away?
Depends. How bad did you roll against it?
Yeah, we didn't really
Originally,
It's like
quite...
33 or something, wasn't it?
If it wasn't higher than 50, then it will be gone probably even before you got to bed.
Well, then it's gone.
And you restore 1 fatigue per hour.
All right. I'm going to assume I can rest for 4 hours.
Yes.
God, it's so nice having all my numbers not be negative.
Yeah.
I bet.
All right. Any other nighttime affairs?
Juniper falls asleep crying. That's all.
Okay.
Hmm. I do think Alphonse probably would have took a closer look at the guns, but if there was nothing else to find, he eventually goes to bed. Definitely later, though, because the day was a little exciting.
Well, the next day, no one comes to wake any of you, so you're free to rise and shine on your own time.
I come out early, but I am dressed in my full armor suit.
Okay.
My bronzed, rusty armor.
I think I also come out pretty early. Not as regimented, but more of I think he got too much in his own little bullshit. He's like, it probably is day. Opens door, sees some light. He's like, thank God. Okay.
Coming out relatively early, you get the wondrous sight of seeing the sun. Let's see. Trying to think. 1 second. Yes. Rising to your left in the far distance over the horizon. As
I see Benjamin's door open, and then I put you see an armored man put a hand out and go, wait a moment, the sun's almost up.
If the stars aren't visible, then it's safe.
I like lean closer to the window and make sure and go, seems fine.
It's the single grace I have of this curse is that I can still, at least the majority, I can see the majority of a sunrise.
All right, then hurry over.
I do.
I go and marvel at the view.
And yeah, you see the sun rise up over the plains to the southeast as the sky is painted in its early oranges and purples. And again, it's a wondrous sight because you can just see so much not city, so much just open grass fields. It feels almost wrong. At least it does to Dr. Benjamin.
Oh, it feels so right.
As it just feels surprisingly empty. Beautiful, yes, and the vastness of the space outside of the city is honestly awe-inspiring. But it just seems so empty. There's just not a lot. When you live in a city, no matter where you look, there's just buildings and things and people and plants. But now it's just open grassland. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
My question was answered. My question was answered. I was asking, is it like desert, grassland? But
yeah, it's the open plains.
Maybe this is slightly crass based on the audience, but there's a part of me that wishes this was a parking lot.
as I'm just sort of staring wistfully at the majestic scene, I just say in a very polite and intimate tone, "That hurt me more deeply than you can imagine."
Thankfully, I'm not fully serious. I never thought in my lifetime I'd see outside the walls.
Well, if you ever feel an interest, there is a lot more to see out here.
Oh, I imagine. I've read plenty about it. It's seeing it that's different. It's the fact I cannot hear cars. I don't hear urbanization. It's different.
Well, there are a lot of other sounds that I'm sure you'll come to enjoy.
Hopefully not the large footfalls of scary creatures coming to eat me.
Well, sometimes you have to get used to the downsides.
The hefty downsides.
The large creatures aren't that bad when you learn to skirt around them.
It's not like I can say that inside of civilization is any less dangerous. A large difference is that you might not hear the thing incoming, trying to kill you.
Exactly. Do you know how polluted it is in there? Do me a favor, Sir Benjamin. Take a deep breath right now.
He does so. You know, he does it pretty smoothly. He's been spending all night doing that.
I put my hands out do you see? Wasn't that so clean and refreshing?
1 second. Where is it? Yeah, I think so. He lied. That felt like a normal deep breath.
I'm so proud and happy. I take a deep breath myself and go, oh, it's just like a nice dip in the spring in the early morning. Or a cold shower.
That one you can get in civilization, and also there's a strange amount of people who go off about how it's life-changing and so helpful.
Yes, I tried it myself when I was there as an attempt to sort of recreate the experience for myself, but it's just not the same.
Apparently it's one of those fun things of, it sucks, it doesn't get better, but months in you'll notice a difference, maybe. He shakes his head at that.
I support not putting too much weight behind that. But if we find a natural spring, a nice clean pond, or a flowing river, that's what'll really change you.
I will trust your judgment and give it a try if, for whatever reason, we do any real traveling out here.
Yes, at least we probably won't in the short term. After all, I don't think we're quite capable of defending ourselves out here.
Yeah, and big monsters are a little different than... The only actual fighting experience I have is in very controlled environments. Specifically for tournament or sports. There's no threat of death or serious injury.
Yes, it is much more dangerous out here, but if in the off chance that we do something out here, I will warn you that while it is good to keep an eye out for the big monsters, it's the small ones that will get you. Much harder to see coming, usually quicker, harder to avoid.
Not surprising. Still, it's I don't know what form of training I would need to if a big monster, just some terrifying beast comes at me and then my only defense is he like throws a fake punch.
Well, a lot of people have done quite well out here for themselves with the sole strategy of hitting back really hard.
It's probably one of the best things you can take into a real fight. Other than running. Running is the actual answer.
Well, I will always be one to advocate for avoiding a fight if you can help it.
Agreed.
Most of those big monsters aren't coming to harm you out of malice. Everything has got to eat.
I don't know if they'd harm you out of malice, she says as she walks out of her room. People who were witness the Wild March would say differently.
Well, there was a bit of a change around that time. It's definitely a lot less comforting out in the wilds. I wish I could have shown you all what it's like back before everything went crazy like this.
Were you outside of a city when the Wild March happened?
I was. I haven't visited a city since. What was it? It must have been hundreds of years ago now.
It's incredible you survived that.
Well, I was a lot more capable back then. Though, not everyone can say the same. And losing my strength at a very inopportune moment is hard on a lot of people.
Looking out the window, since I traveled to the city before the Wild March happened, does it feel different from when I saw the wilds outside the city versus now after the Wild March?
It's somewhat hard to tell. You're high up on a mountain range and you can see Day Lux, though it is in the distance. To be fair, it is not a insignificant part of the horizon, though, as the city is massive, hundreds of miles across in any one direction. You do see a variety of beasts as small ants in the distance, moving around, and looking up in the sky. When you squint hard enough, you see that what you thought might have been birds are much, much larger and more defined than a bird's profile. When you flew over on the Zeppelin before, you would see beasts here and there out the windows, but not nearly as much as this. You would find it hard-pressed to travel any significant distance without running across one of these small specks on the ground miles below.
Well, if we do go out there, let's hope your skills can help us. Because she points out some of them, especially the ones like up in the air. if we do travel on foot anywhere, we're going to be an easy meal.
Yes, I will say this isn't one of the easier cities to travel in the wilderness around. It's much better when it's forests and the like, but we can make do. There are always some good tricks to utilize in any environment.
Should probably go see if there's any food in the kitchen.
Also, just what other amenities this man has in his mansion?
I'm sure, like every typical wizard, he has a library around here somewhere.
That's destination 2.
Looking around, is there like an obvious like door for like a kitchen or a dining room area?
Not an obvious one, but going around and exploring this place, you find a kitchen area. And looking around, it seems very empty. A lot of the kitchenware does not seem to have been used in a while, and you see a water basin, but no spigot. Digging around a bit more, you do find a cabinet filled with a bunch of dried foods.
Looking outside, like the kitchen, a window or something, is there like a spigot I can see outside?
You look around a little bit until you come across a water pump kind of sticking out of the floor in like a portion of the kitchen.
She just takes a big sigh. Okay. The dried food, is it just like preserved dried food that needs to be rehydrated, or is it more just like travel like trail mix or stuff like that?
You find a variety of like cheeses. You find some dried bread and some dried meats and some dried fruits, all kinds of like preservative type things.
I eat a handful of jerky and then set for the day.
It is not very flavorful.
Thank God I need way less calories than you guys.
Does he have any dried spices in the mix?
Looking around the cupboards, you do find that there are a pretty decent stock of spices available.
Yeah, what were you thinking, Sir Cannon?
I'm not sure. I was probably just going to find something. Maybe some of this toast with some of these dried fruits would go well together.
He's got some oats in here. We could do some porridge.
After like 5 pieces of jerky, just I'm stuffed. All right.
I will say, just so there's no misconception, the elimination of necessities doesn't actually make you feel full.
Oh yeah, he's fucking with them.
That's fair.
He's like, I feel satisfied, and they need to construct something. And,
Well, Cannon eats almost as much as you do, or at least needs to eat as much as you do.
You know what I'm feeling then. You get it. Low cal. Well, I need less than you. So you'll have to eat maybe 6 pieces of jerky.
You're a nerd. I'll eat my fill of fruits and toast. No.
Well, before too long, Nihilus appears in the kitchen. Cocking an eyebrow, he's now wearing a nice set of, like, dress shirt and dress pants with some very nice shoes, no longer in his robe aesthetic. I see you've already helped yourself to the kitchen. And as you can tell, there's not much here in the way of normal accommodations. This place is... Go ahead.
I think it tracks. It doesn't seem like you spend all too long here, or too much time here in the first place.
Yes, almost none at all. It's a place that is kind of like a safe house, in a way. A place I can go to recover my energies after a large expenditure of my natural magics. But being away from the cities has its downsides. No electricity or running water.
That's a hefty downside. But nods in agreement of, yeah, I understand it. I'm rich. I had a vacation home for like a little bit.
So, being as that is, I'll have to make do as my energies recover after I went and helped you all. Since you've all eaten, I'm going to go ahead and gather food for the rest of your crew. We can talk over breakfast. With that, he goes, and he gets a tray of a variety of the bread, some cheeses, and a butter dish as he brings it out to the dining room area. And over time, I'm assuming everyone eventually makes their way out of their rooms.
I am the last one.
Through the window. I'm just kidding.
He's going on an adventure now. And you all come and see now the wonderful sight that was kind of hard to appreciate at night, as you can see the vast plains around Lux Day much more clearly.
Oh. As he kind of like walks in. Wow. The view's got kind of a shine to it, doesn't it?
You should see it when the sun's rising.
I mean, to be fair, he
Damn.
probably did when in his room if he was outward facing.
He went to sleep a little late. He probably missed it.
That's fair.
Yes, it's very beautiful out here. I regret that I will struggle to stay out here in the future, at least in the near future.
I've honestly never seen something like this before.
He jumps as you appear behind him.
Oh, sorry.
Morning, Thaddeus.
Morning.
Well, y'all go and sit around the table. And Nihilus has prepared, like, you know, plates for everyone who wants them. And he demonstrates a method of having breakfast as you take a piece of the bread. The bread is rather hard, you know, it's very dry. But you saw there's some of the butter on it. And You hold the bread near a nearby candle to let the butter melt, softening the bread, and then you stack it with some cheese.
And then you melt the cheese with the candle.
If you want. Silas doesn't. And he mentions to everyone else the similar lack of amenities. There are bathrooms here, but you have to pump the toilet, essentially.
Ugh.
Oh, do they clog really easily?
No, there's no plumbing, so you have to use the water pump that's installed with the toilet.
Oh, okay.
I also recommend that if you pump any drinking water, to let it run a little bit before getting a glass, as it tends to be a little hard. It has a very earthy flavor, unless the pipe runs for a little bit.
That's why the water tasted weird this morning.
What is this, California? Just kidding.
So,
No, there's actually water here.
as I mentioned last night, we need to let you all lay low for a little bit if you want to let the Inquisition fall off your back. As of right now, from what I can tell, they haven't discovered the bodies yet. But who knows how long that will take. I estimate that, with everything I know, 3 weeks will be required.
Let's see.
What do you know?
Many things. If you have a specific question, I'll try to answer.
What's happening in 3 weeks?
There's a city somewhat far to the east of here that is currently about to become embroiled in a hostile takeover by the Order of Yetta. Another mage order.
Have I read anything on the Order of Yetta? Is that a thing I would recognize?
No, not yet.
Okay.
It's a thing I would recognize because I've been told by my friend about it, right?
Yeah, and also because the Order of Yetta predates even you.
Yeah. But I know that my friend was associated.
I don't know, Daisha, what have you told Sir Cannon?
She has connections, not that she actually was part of it.
Hmm.
The less people know in her opinion, the better.
Wild March has provided an opportunity that makes it hard for the Inquisition to fully mobilize. That city will soon be under Yetta's control, and in which case, I'm sure the Inquisition will have to muster a force before moving out. A bunch of wayward occultists are going to be very low on the priority lists. Granted, that's not to say anyone who had close connections to those men that you killed last night won't try to seek vengeance. But at the very least, you won't have to worry about the bulk of the Inquisition being utilized against you. Furthermore, I will not be able to transport any of us out of here, at least for a few days. The amount of Xeon I had to expend for everything I did for you all was massive. And while I have resources to restore that Xeon more quickly, Fortunately, with the days to come, I have a feeling I'm going to need those resources. I'll have to do this the old-fashioned way.
If, if I might ask, and I don't want it to sound like I'm ungrateful or anything, but why did you help us?
As I told the young lady over there last night, altruism, nothing else. I happened to make notice of your friend here, the good Dr. Benjamin. And, keeping a wary eye on him, I saw you were all in trouble, and I decided to help. Plus, that leans into another point I want to make. The days ahead are going to be getting more and more dangerous, and right now, many things are unsure. People who have talent and skills are going to become ever more valuable in the days to come. And from what I perceived over the last couple days, I believe that many of you here are rather skilled and talented. So having you all perish underneath the Inquisition's boot heel felt improper. Though, it's not like saving you from this one problem is going to make you any stronger or more capable of defending yourselves. And, as I mentioned before, in a few months' time, I will be unable to assist you any further, as I'm likely to become embroiled in everything that's currently going on in the magic world.
Do you plan on heading to the city?
I'm not
Against
sure yet.
you.
Personally, I feel like there's much more I could still do here, but I have obligations, and I'm sure there's a variety of individuals with favors I owe who need my help. So, the most I could offer you is some time. I only apologize, I can't offer more.
I would like to ask, from what I know of mages I've encountered in the past, they tend to have a hobby of collecting information. Is there a library of some sort here we could look through?
Unfortunately, the library here is mostly just published works in the various cities. I don't keep any of my occult books here.
Dr. Hawthorne leans back, disappointed.
If that's the case, could I perhaps ask you directly if you happen to know any specific information relating to deities, or I like look at everyone with like a strange expression, go, angels, or the perhaps the beings in service to the deities?
That's a wide subject. What would you like to know?
Specifically, I would be hoping for the Beryl Raphael.
Ah, yes. Raphael, the mother of nature. Would you just like a brief overview, or do you have any specific questions on her?
I'm well versed in her lore. I was wondering if you, since you seem to be aware of current happenings that should be relatively hard to come by information-wise. Are you also aware of any particular strange occurrences regarding Raphael or any of her servants? Specifically, if you are aware of her retainer, Tithoria?
I'm not familiar with the various angels or retainers of these gods, other than I could classify them if I saw one. Though an interesting thing did happen. Shortly before the Wild March occurred, there's a couple members of the Magus Order who have strong connections to the gods. They felt their connections severely weaken around the time the Wild March occurred.
Were they connected to different deities, or was there some sort of connection between them?
They were different deities. One, and not an uncommon god to be prayed to by various mages who feel more pious, was the Shahad Erebus, Lord of Nightmares and the Occult. Wakewalkers tend to pray to him, and one particular member of the Magus Order is especially attuned and has gained the god's favor, though that weakened significantly during the time of the Wild March, and from what I know, hasn't reaffirmed itself.
I feel free to deny this request, but if it's too much. But is there a way that you could possibly help me get in contact with any of those members who have lost their, have had their connection to their gods weaken?
Well, unfortunately I can't, but I know someone who can. There are a variety of individuals who are not mages, but who are very influential in the magic world. Great occultists who more rely on the powers of others rather than their own innate blessings. One such individual lies here in Deluxe, lucky for you. So whether you can find him is a different matter. He likes to keep himself in low profile. He goes by the moniker Grey Hat. As much as I could tell you, I've seen the person before, but he changes appearance quite frequently. What I can tell you is anywhere the supernatural might occur around Deluxe, Grey Hat is more than likely going to be around or involved. He's a very cautious fellow and likes to keep tabs on everything going on.
I have like a very serious look on my face. I'm just looking down with my hands just together on my chin. I nod solemnly. Well, I thank you for this information. It can be of great help to me.
I should mention, Grey Hat specifically has made a bargain with a god of messengers, or at least some lesser entity. He can deliver a message to anyone he's met before. his familiarity with the Order. I'm sure he has come across our various members. He wants to get in contact, most likely with Darthus. He's that member who is associated with Erebus that I mentioned before.
Yes.
With him mentioning the Order of Yetta, I don't suppose my former section said anything about a group taking over a city, did they?
Nope. But from what you know, the various Order of Yetta members of Pharaoh tend to lean much more on the traditionalist side of things. They prefer to be shadow whisperers, people who control things from the background.
Do I know the city? He said the direction of the city. Do I happen to know what city is in that general direction?
Yes. It is. Bum, ba, bum, ba. Eldia. Unless he's talking far east from here, which then would be dun 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 dun. I didn't put it down. The one that is in Planet. But that doesn't seem to be the case.
Do I know anything about Eldia?
You can make either a history or you can make an occult roll.
Let's do a cult.
Okay. Don't know much about Eldia other than rough mentions amongst the Order of Yetta that the city itself has a strong affinity for darkness.
As Disha's like stewing on her thoughts about all of this, she does seem to lose focus of the conversation and just stare at the table of what's in front of her.
If there's anything any of you all need, I will be available. Best I can do for you all now is just be a font of wisdom. Other than that, feel free to make yourselves at home. He looks like he's about to say something, but then he promptly closes his mouth.
Insight check. Just kidding.
For the time being, I will be refraining from using my magic as much as possible so I can recover as quickly as I can. Like I said, 3 weeks is what I'd recommend. going back before then may just cause you more danger or endanger those around you.
Is there a phone here?
No.
Oh, slumps.
I mean, I made that assumption when you saw you had to pump water in the kitchen.
And the
You never
unlikelihood
know.
of them stringing a phone line several miles outside the city just for me.
Damn.
Is it okay to step outside the manor, or is it better to just stay in the house?
It's better to stay in the house, mostly because there's nothing but sheer rock face around us.
How high up are we?
Last I remember, we are somewhere in the realm of 1,347 miles above sea level. We're about 2/3 up the way of the mountain.
Oh, dang.
Wait, which mountain range did you say we were on?
The Lucille Mountain Range.
Looks over at Alphonse.
Eyes gleam with curiosity. Does that happen to be the one that maybe there was a rune on? Pokes fingers together.
There was a rune on?
The one his study buddy was
Oh,
exploring.
ruin. Yes, yes. Yes, the ruins were on the Lucille Mountain Range.
Now I know technically we should be inside, but there is like a ruins on this mountain range, right? That could have something interesting.
Mayhaps. So, if you wish to go exploring, he makes a face and he says, fast progression requires danger. So I'm not going to necessarily say you shouldn't take risks. But considering the sheer number of griffins that fly around this mountain range, you'll be in grave danger.
I see. He'll glance over to Thaddeus.
Oh.
Thaddeus,
Yeah.
do you think you could win against a bunch of soldiers protecting a scientist unit? He pokes fingers together.
I can. He says with a smirk.
I mean, we do have a Thaddeus. He gestures over to him.
We also have 3 weeks.
As helpful as your Thaddeus is, unless he can fly, I think being flung off the mountain by a griffin is not going to help your party much.
I look at Thaddeus quizzically.
I can't. No. I wish.
He hasn't
Just
got
shakes
the
his
rocket
head.
boots input yet.
Just like shake my head, tut my tongue a little. The tone of this is gonna go in your report, your quarterly report.
It's coming out of your pay.
No!
Now that I know that people can fly, it is gonna be taken away from my opinion of you, knowing that you can't.
We're
And
giving you
also,
$5 decrease.
he did make special mention of, being here for 3 weeks, not being able to go for anywhere for certain days. Some of you have addictions that may or may not need to be tended to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Granted, you can always ration.
Oh god.
I'm assuming as much that you both had several days worth of your whatever required drugs. Just in case.
I mean, I would assume that, like a normal prescription, I would have been given like a month's supply.
But are you carrying around your entire supply on you when you go over to someone's house?
It'd just be easier to grab that pill bottle.
I mean, you're saying that I have basically a month's supply on my desk right now. Like, and I
At
do
your
bring it
own
with me.
house.
Every time I've ever flown somewhere, back when I was on Adderall, I fucking just brought the entire bottle with me. It's way
Same.
easier to do
Same.
Yeah, even with people with like multiple medications, I definitely saw them with like a plastic Ziploc bag with all of them in it. And
You guys are addicted.
What?
They are.
By definition, yeah.
that. Yeah.
You guys are all
Yeah.
addicted.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. It's more for your role-playing pleasure. However you
true.
want to divvy it up.
Yeah,
I
if you want
wanna
to be a
hear-
wuss about it,
What-
you can
what
have a month's
Cameron-
supply.
What day of the month is it?
It is.
1 week into the month, so
Well, we're a few days into the next week, technically. Because right now it is December. Probably like December 10th, something like that.
How many more days are left in the month?
What? You don't know how months work?
21 days.
Isn't the calendar different?
No,
Or
actually, it's
exactly
the
as ours?
Roman calendar.
I thought I thought this one had a different calendar. I might be thinking of 333.
It's probably the 333 is what you're thinking. No, Anima is very
Yeah.
much a, hey, we have the Roman Church, but we don't call it that.
Yeah.
A lot of the lore is just Catholicism, but you change some of the names and add magic to it.
Yeah. So it makes it cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, Rome in this is called the Dominion.
I only have 12 left. Just rolling for what day of the month I usually get my meds.
Okay.
I'm thinking Thaddeus only has 2 weeks worth of the medication.
So you're both more or less in the same boat.
Yup.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I'll be in my study. There's a library, if you do just want to read books. Though you won't find any occult mysteries there, unfortunately. With that,
do you have one of Dr. Hawthorne's books?
funny enough, I do. Several, actually. He stands up.
I'm flattered.
I heard he only has 2 good ones. Do you have those?
I tend to like all of them.
He like straightens himself up a little more, can't help but be a little egotist about it.
Oh my god, he saved you because he's a fan!
True.
He's a fan.
Buchanan like
Oh my
elbows
God.
Hawthorne and just gives a subtle thumbs up.
What can I say? I'm just a good writer.
Yes, well, your ability to speak on all levels of intellect, I think, is one of your greater strengths.
He is smiling in a way of like, oh, he's gonna be fucking insufferable. Is a man who loves having his ego like patted. I do think it's one of my strong suits. I'd have to agree.
Well, there's a reason why you've appeared on TV more than any other scientist to date.
Damn right, he's thinking of Dr. Aurelius. Fucking loser. Hasn't been on TV once.
Cuts to right now playing on the television a interview with him on a daytime television show about his relationship with you and how he's basically about to become the next you.
He's full. Oh no, he would use my death as a way to do that. He knew it would piss me off in the afterlife. Piece of shit. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
Really
at some
playing
point.
up how good of friends you guys were.
As you start heading out to his office, he stops and he turns. Miss Lazuli, when you have the moment, I'd like to talk to you.
She furrows her brows for a moment. Looks at everyone else like, you guys need me?
Shakes his head.
Do you have Dr. Hawthorne's other book by any chance? Or done reading it?
I put it down. I went to answer the door. I seem to want to be all grabbed up.
Panic.
You know who grabbed it? Dr. Hawthorne. Pulls it out of his jacket. Oh, there happens to be a signature now.
No, I think he means your other occult book.
Yeah.
My actual cult book? Well, he could sign that for you too, since everyone likes Dr. Hawthorne.
Signing off on Nihilus's book that he gave to the party, just like, oh yeah.
Because everyone knows, like, I'm the only scientist that's been on TV, like, that much. What self-respecting scientist wouldn't be on TV as much as me? I'll sign whatever, even a magic book.
You feel your soul suddenly bound by something.
Giving it my true name.
You just hear the contract is sealed in the back of your mind.
Alphonse hands you a contract. You've now signed him on as an assistant.
Oh no.
I can start getting paid. Just kidding.
It'd be funny though.
Well, if none of y'all need me, it's just like she just follows him.
He has a very languid pace, but he's rather tall and his legs are long, so despite that, you need to rush a little to keep up with him. Though you're stricken with a slight apprehension. You don't remember ever telling him your name, first or last.
Mm-hmm. Well, she seemed the first part of the name. Because if he was monitoring Benjamin, he would have heard the name in passing, at least in some point of our conversations.
It's true.
The last name, though, yeah, that's the reason she was like looking at everyone going, anyone need me? And she does follow, but she tries to keep a good amount of space between them.
He eventually turns down a different hallway and directs you into an office. He opens the door and gentlemanly allows you to go in first.
She cautiously walks through the door.
Please, have a seat. He closes the door behind him as he walks around. There's a nice desk. And he turns the seat facing towards some of the guest seats and sits down.
She sits in one of the chairs on the opposite side.
He drags his hand down the side of his face a little bit, really accentuating his more like long face that he has. And he says, considering you reacted, then I have to assume you are Lazuli.
She takes a deep breath and just. And for what reason? She didn't hear a lock click when he shut the door, did she?
No. Well, your family is not a secret, or at least as much as you all think it is.
No, my parents didn't try.
A few months back, some information got out that a precious relic left Pharaoh, and that the Order of Yeda was pursuing after it. It was in the hands of the heir of the Lazuli. Strange how fate would bring us together, considering. At first I thought you were using magic, but through the use of my spy of light, I could see the wires emanating from your bracelets. Unique weapon. One used by very few, and your family first and foremost amongst their number.
That has been passed down for quite a while.
Strange. Those weapons, all very strong. But you weren't using the techniques that your family typically employs with them. I wouldn't have even been able to notice them had you been using your magic. Any reason for this?
I figured magic would make me a bigger target.
That's not the reason.
Damn it.
Shadow magic is most known for its difficulty in perception, even for those who are aware of it. I won't lie. I was just curious. More importantly, I need to ask, where is the artifact?
It was hidden by a friend. I don't know where he put it.
That might be for the best. Though, I'm sure you realize more than most how dangerous it is that you, its supposed guardian, does not know where the legacy of oh, there it is. There's a name here. Oh, duh. The legacy of Azathoth is
I did try to ask once. My parents felt it was better I didn't know. And respecting their wishes, I never pressed them for it.
And yet you took it from Pharaoh.
All of that. I didn't know I was handed it and told to run. Or the Order must never get their hands on it. That is the extent of my knowledge. That if they get their hands on it, something bad could happen.
So you weren't even its proper guardian when you were handed it.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if I should be the one to tell you this, but I think it's important that you know. The legacy of Azathoth, the first true member of the Order, the one who formed the Azathoth Council, was a very powerful, very dangerous dark mage. That item was what he claimed led to his success. Since then, the Council of Azathoth has kept it under firm guardianship, lying with the Lazuli family for as long as it has been around. Since your family decided to tell you to take it and run, that means that the Order of Yella is definitely divided as we thought. And probably one of the non-traditionalists, one of the ones now in charge of leading to the uprising in Eldia, was probably looking to use its power against the Council's orders. That item is very dangerous. But hopefully, it's not here and laying somewhere hidden in the city.
I hope so.
It reacts strongly to powerful magic. It's one of the reasons why your family has used dark magic up until this time. Its subtle nature makes it less reactive with the artifacts. It's also the reason why your family uses those wires. Effective and dangerous, and needing very little energy to make the best use of. Just a little bit of shadow magic and those wires are as good as invisible.
I used to use the technique. But my master found out about me leaving the city, and in the process, rendered it so if I wanted to use my magic to the effect of my family, I would have to pay a price.
A curse.
If I wish to use any of it, I have to sacrifice some of my own vitality. And it takes me a while to feel better, back to normal afterwards.
We could have this curse removed. Though, considering the individual, they likely have some part of you they can use to curse you from a distance. Curing you of this curse now would not be permanent, and they will know that someone attempted to relieve you of this curse. So, unfortunately, I believe for the time being, it's best that you're left with it.
When you say a part of me, anything that was connected to me at one point physically?
It depends. There's a variety of magics that can be used with curses like this. Any parts of your body, blood, hair, the like. Anything that you used regularly, held dearly.
Daisha feels her blood go cold for like a second. She like slumps in the chair, like, oh no. He might have my son.
Well, maybe not. As of right now, your curse is still in effect, but if we remove it, you may need to find your son.
I can't protect him, he's too far.
Mental position to be in. I'm sorry.
I know you said your reasonings. Why tell me all of this? You could have left me in the dark.
Well, I didn't know what you knew up until now. When you told me all this information, as the one who's set to defend Azathoth's legacy, it's important that you know as much as possible. The item itself has anti-divination and anti-perception seals put upon it, so it cannot be scryed easily. Heck, it can even be brought into a mage's sanctum and he would never know. That's how powerful it is. But the Order of Yetta is not the only one who can benefit from Azathoth's legacy. There's many out there, magic users and entities otherwise, that can turn that artifact into a weapon.
What would you do with it if it was in your possession?
He sits back and he kind of rotates in his seat a little bit as he thinks. I'm not sure. I mean, I could say, hand it over to the Magus Order, we'll take care of it. But that's probably not satisfying. And to be frank, the Magus Order has spies in it from the Order of Yetta. It's bound to happen. The Magus Order by default takes in any wayward mages they can find and tries to teach them better. And while our vaults are particularly well defended and very well protected, the Order of Yetta is most effective defense for Azathoth's legacy was the Azathoth Council. Incredibly powerful and had every reason to keep it hidden. Even though your family were its guardians, I'm sure there were higher-ranking mages keeping tabs on you all this time. The fact that you were attacked and all this happens probably means that there's a lot going on in the Order of Yetta. Everyone is not synergizing with the Council's decisions. So, give it to the Marcus Order? It's a bad idea. Likely to be found by spies. You could hand it over to the Inquisition.
They turn it on us.
Right.
If they don't destroy it.
Well, if it could be destroyed so easily, the Council would have done it a long time ago. Not that it can't be destroyed, but it would take a lot of effort and use a lot of resources. More than the Council was ever willing to give up. Plus, your family's trained you well, as those young Inquisitors earlier found out the hard way. As of right now, I don't know the right answer. It's a dangerous object. Anyone could misuse it. But you no longer have the Order's protection, the Council's protection. Or at least not like you used to. If you decide to hand it over to the Marcus Order, I won't berate you for it. Heck, you can even give it over to the Empire if you'd like, though I think that would be a very terrible idea.
Might as well just offer myself up for the slaughter at that point.
Indeed. Plus, such things are bound by fate. I don't want to take it into my own hands. It sounds like an early grave to me. So, I know better than to stick my nose where it doesn't belong. All I can offer is guidance.
Then what do you suggest? I just keep it hidden for now, until a better solution can be found.
I don't know what advice to give. If I'm going to be honest. If it is for your own well-being, handing it off might be best. But if it's the right thing to do, I don't know. What I will mention is this. Azathoth's legacy is something that can get one powerful, but it lacks any real power to those who are already powerful. So you mostly only have to worry about the ambitious, power hungry. But to someone of a high level of degree of use of magic, or some upper level beings, you have less to worry about, as the item itself does not offer us much.
And if you're the ambitious god that was every single student. Well, thank you for telling me all of this. Seems I have a lot to keep my mind occupied these coming weeks.
and me both. You're free to go. I've got what I wanted.
She goes to leave, and she makes it as far as the door and looks back. I'm assuming then, since you know so much about me, about who trained me.
Not so much. I'm assuming a traditionalist amongst the Order of Yetta.
She nods. Guess I have to find other ways to get a foothold against him. Thank you. She leaves.
He watches you as the door closes behind you. And with that, why don't we go ahead and take a quick 10-15 minute break?
Aye, aye.
All right.
Sure.
We'll be right back. All right, we're live.
After leaving the office, Daisha makes her way back to where everyone is, which I'm assuming y'all are still in the kitchen or the dining room.
Yes. Zerkanin is sweating profusely for reasons unknown to him.
He just suddenly has hot flashes.
I suddenly feel extremely unsafe.
She leans on the back of one of the chairs next to you and goes, "Hey, I got a question for you.
Oh?
Remember that box I told you to hide?"
Yes, and then never tell you where it was?
Correct. I don't need to know where it is. Did you put it in a very safe place?
I believe so. It's the safest place that I know, at least.
Like no one will ever find it safe?
Well, someone will always find anything, but as long as nothing goes completely horribly wrong, it'll be safe.
Okay.
If it puts your mind at ease, know that if someone ever does find it, we will have many other problems to worry about then as well.
No, we definitely will. Better hope no one finds it in 3 weeks. In the 3 weeks we're here.
He thinks about it for a moment and goes, I don't think they would.
That's all we can hope. We know we have checking until we're able to leave here.
Yes, and he goes to do some gesture, but then stops and goes, but I've put it in a safe enough location that I assume no one will be finding it until we're back.
Oh, good. Thank you. That puts my mind at ease as you pat you on the shoulder.
I give you a big double thumbs up. And go, well, does anyone have particular plans for things that they're going to be doing these next few weeks? I'm thinking of taking some time to practice my swordsmanship, as it's been a little while, and I still have yet to get used to my weakened state.
Well, I should practice what magic I'm not being limited on.
Somewhat same of plans, actually. We have 3 weeks, and 3 weeks where something apparently is going to happen. Sounds like a great time to train, I guess.
Maybe look at some runes.
Do you happen to remember where those ruins are located?
Mostly just a general idea.
Given
Ponders. Apparently there was a Empire unit that was sent with them, so maybe they're guarding it? Shrugs.
Well, if a unit's sent with them, they're usually the escort back too, unless they stayed.
Not that I'm aware of. The details kind of fell apart after finding out that his dad died, so
Well, that
it
does
felt
things.
not right to push.
How good are you estimating where we are?
And with a little math and science, you can estimate anything.
If you can do it, then I'd say go for it. See if we can figure out where we are on this mountain. Maybe we can figure out how close we are to the ruins.
Sure. Do we have a general idea of where the city is?
I mean, we can look out the window.
Looks.
See
Yeah.
the city in the distance.
Utilizing any landmarks in the city to kind of guess where maybe which direction we're in. Though we know what mountain, so I guess that's not really that necessary.
Yeah, you are the landmark currently.
About where would we be? Is this a navigation roll or
Navigation roll and or memorize.
You know, this sounds like a fun science-y type question and little distraction for Dr. Hawthorne. I'd like to help in a different way. You know how a while ago I talked about how funny it was of that part in JoJo Part 4 where Kira does some trigonometry real quick? So unironically, that is a method you can use to judge distance by making triangles, and the way you do it is by putting your thumb in front of your face. So mathematically, I would like to help figure out the approximate distance we are from the city.
Sure.
It's called the rule of thumb, by the way, if you guys want to ever learn about that.
also they're about the same, so is there one that's better than the other, or
Memorize.
okay.
And I'll say Dr. Hawthorne's giving you a plus 10.
Plus 10, let's go.
Or actually, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah,
Never mind. I forgot this group does nothing but open roll.
Yeah.
Do you know who we are?
And I can't be mad about this one because even on
Yeah.
the phone,
You know.
Say our name.
281 or 80.
280. Okay. Yeah,
What's-
so you recall
Actually, go ahead.
actually.
Oh, I was gonna say, actually, we're exactly in this. Just kidding.
You recalled specifically how Cadmus referenced the ruins location, that it was northwest of the city. And it was on one of the peaks, on one of the top sides of the mountain range. Judging from your current position, thanks to Dr. Hawthorne's brilliant calculations and exact distancing, in your mind, you can kind of create a map of the Lucille Mountain Range from your memory. And you estimate, roughly speaking, you are probably relatively in the same ballpark, honestly. It would be a little bit further, and you'd have to climb up the mountains and travel for probably 10 to 20 miles west. But not an unreasonable amount of travel distance. Granted, it's mostly mountain peaks, and the griffins cause some problems, but
Fair.
if it wasn't for the
And-
griffins, it would be not too big a deal, honestly.
And your input, Dr. Hawthorne, was actually important because I would have only gotten a 271 otherwise.
Exactly.
Oh.
That's why we should all make sure we have a good understanding of math, kids.
So as you explain that, he sits there and thinks in his mind palace, and he's like, actually, going by your numbers and the description that I was given by Cadmus, He seems to walk to another bay window. I would say could very likely be 20 to 30 miles that way. Or did you say 10 to 20, Cam? Sorry. Was
20,
it 10 to
30.
20 or 20 to
And technically, you wouldn't be able to see it from inside the building because it would be in the rock side behind you, facing away
Fair
from the
enough.
window.
Then he doesn't look at a window, he looks at a wall.
How long is 20 to 30 miles on foot for the average person?
A long while.
A person on average can easily traverse under ideal circumstances about 8 to 10 miles a day without any like exertion.
I think it's about 2 to 3 days ish, maybe 4.
In the mountain range, considering the rough terrain and everything, it'd probably take twice as long, 3 times as long, give or take.
Short 1 week adventure. 2 week adventure.
2 weeks to get back.
And again, I feel like I really need to stress.
Yeah,
the
can I do a
griffins.
quick animals or whatever on griffins to be like, guys, this is what we're dealing with?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and make an. This would actually probably just be an occult.
No, animals.
Let me real quick look them up. I believe they're like a type of monstrosity.
That's an animal. It's a multiple animals.
I should get bonuses. There's more than one in there.
Exactly. I know lions, eagles, and
Snake.
snakes.
Oh no.
The fuck is a snake?
Might as well
Mostly
put
joking.
goats in there as well.
That's a chimera.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what are you talking about?
I was fucking with you because you
Oh,
named
no.
up 2 out of like 3 of the gauntlet chimera boss.
Eagles ain't in Chimera.
Yeah, in this game.
It is in gauntlet.
What?
Oh, my apologies. They're not called griffins. They're called mega griffos.
How
Oh, that's way
dare
funnier.
you?
Or
Sounds
Mara
like
Griffo.
offensive.
Guys, we're dealing with a Mega Griffo.
I don't know if we can say that without being a griffin.
Which Power Ranger has the Mega Griffo?
Be the blue one, probably.
Hmm.
We can take 'em then.
Oh no, it is beasts. Funny enough, you can use animals.
Yeah.
Yo!
Only took you how many sessions to finally be able to use that?
Yo!
Damn it. I'm so bad at rolling. If it's something I'm supposed to be good at, don't count on me.
Still a 98.
I have an 85 toward it, though.
That's why you got good numbers in it. It means you're like guaranteed to succeed.
Yeah. A little bit.
Don't roll a 13 then.
1 second, I'm grabbing a picture.
Picture!
So this picture, I have to admit, is going to not give you the best idea of it.
What?
Just the angle. I'll show you.
Okay.
Upload. Browse. I'll have 2 pictures.
Oh, right, I forgot they had 3.
Yep. They have
Whoa.
3 heads, 2 of which are upside down.
What the fuck?
It must suck.
Yeah.
They keep their eyes closed while they're flying. And then when they're upside down, the other 2 heads open their eyes. Probably.
Whoa.
This isn't what I assumed a griffin would be.
Yeah, the single does make it look more chicken-like.
I don't know. I don't think I would want to be gripped by those talons, to be honest.
I wouldn't either, but I'm talking about more like its outline.
I'd rather the chicken fuck my ass up. This thing.
Suzanne, I need to add, what kind of chickens are you seeing in your day-to-day?
These.
Really intimidating ones.
All right, and then I have another one.
I wonder how it doesn't break a talon.
Oh yeah, that is like the worst. Imagine it going across hardwood.
Ugh.
Is that supposed to be like a spot on its back where the wing is?
That is the stub area. It's like a cut.
I like the base.
That's where the other wing is.
Actually, do you think when it holds you up with its talons to eat you, you get eaten times 3?
Yeah, it's like having it has to share between all 3 heads.
Does it have 3 digestive systems? Or
Oh, they
one
all go to the
connected
same
with-
one.
Dang.
Also, why does the top one have claws? The other one doesn't seem to.
It has claws.
I didn't see it in the other picture below.
Well, yeah, they both have talons. No claws.
I mean,
luckily.
I mean on the wing.
Oh, on the
Well,
wings.
No, I think those are just whack feathers.
Okay.
I think
It
they
could
were
also
meant to
just be the
claws.
difference between seeing the actual beast and the somebody's rendition of the horrifying thing they saw.
That's true, because the drawn picture also seems to have the wing backwards, which is not how it would work.
Maybe it's like rearing its wing back to like strike. But even so, that would make sense if it had claws on the wings. The bottom one doesn't.
They're retractable on the wings, maybe.
That's horrifying. You thought you dodged the beak, and all of a sudden the retractable claws come out.
All right, so based on your roll, you get a little bit of information. Marigriffos are solitary hunters and rarely gather into flocks. They usually build their nests in wooded mountains or remote locations where only flying creatures can reach them. These beasts are believed to have always lived savage, free lives, hunting their prey in the Great Plains as majestic predators of the skies. However, the truth is that for centuries they were used as flying mounts by some of the races such as the Sylvan or the Deva. Though through either supernatural domination or through arduous training beginning at birth. And let's see. You roughly understand the danger of the creature due to your role. So I'll tell you, it is considered a level 4.
Eee.
Yes. I remember dealing with them a lot back when I was younger.
Oh.
They were nowadays they're much wilder and less domesticated, but back then some of us, some people, mine included, would have some of these as mounts to fly through the skies, and I'm fairly certain we would not be able to put up a decent resistance against them, even though they only come one at a time, typically.
You had them as pets?
Sometimes.
Not as pets. Roughly, you like specific orders of like knights might have trained these as like war mounts or like
Yeah.
guardian mounts, but they were like It's kind of like raising a tiger, you know?
Yeah.
Like you could train them and you could do some things, but you know, bad day might bite someone's head off.
That's normal.
Name one famous pair that would have gotten their face bit off by a tiger, Cam.
No, you just said,
Damn.
name one person. Okay, fine. Name a second.
So, does that mean that you could, like, tame one of those?
No. Again, I'm heavily weakened at the current moment. If I were to come across one of them, I would most certainly perish.
Oh, I see.
Maybe they live long lives. Maybe one of them remembers if you were there when they hatched.
I don't know if they're entirely the type to care much about that. And also, likely, I would not have... They wouldn't have lived long enough to remember me.
You know they live roughly 30 to 40 years.
Yes. They have normal beast lifespans, not even less than a human's. I definitely haven't seen one of them in much longer than a typical lifespan of theirs, so...
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss.
I never had a close relationship with one. I met many people who did, but
Oh, okay.
Maybe if we can get a bit stronger, maybe we'll be more likely. But this location's here. And if he's available, maybe he can bring us here.
it's true. We could have this as our starting point and end point to rest. If he's willing to lend us his home for a little longer at that point.
And provided he's not occupied past the 3-week mark.
Is everybody comfortable with the hiking trip?
In the eventuality, I would be. It just sounds like if we go now, we would be murdered by griffins.
No, not really. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not too into hiking.
Looks down at wheelchair and or crutch.
No, she left her crutches at home. They're gone for these next 3 weeks.
Oh god, hopefully there aren't any stairs in this building.
Yo,
Oh,
Ooh, unfortunately, the library is upstairs.
Do you want me to carry you?
not right now.
Well, not right now, but
I
Well,
was
on the
just
hiking
really
trip, though,
wanting
we're-
to carry you, that's all.
just kidding.
It's not every day that you get to carry someone and show off that you can easily do so.
so true.
To be fair, one of the first things I said to Booter was, could I pick him up?
Yeah, see?
Totally normal behavior.
Incredibly normal. But this sounds like a goal for if we're in some way notable, impressive, as Niles said. It sounds like that's just a nice tangible goal to where if you're so familiar with griffins, you can roughly estimate when we eventually become at Griffin strength, so to speak.
Mara Griffin.
Or at least just that form.
I could have an idea.
How many griffins is Thaddeus?
I look over at him for a long moment and go, maybe a 10th. I don't know. I've never really seen him in action.
That is true. He did miss out on all the fighting.
That's fair.
To be honest, I also haven't seen Thaddeus go like full out real fighting. It just thankfully hasn't come up, but
That's true. How many griffins could you take out, Thaddeus?
I haven't found any, but I hope more than one.
I lightly shake my head and tick out my tongue again.
I look over at Sir Benjamin and just shake my head no.
God, I'm gonna get nobody at this rate.
Like, he is clearly fucking with you. This is a
I
bit
know.
he runs past you a lot. Can't fly, can't kill a griffin. Though to be fair, I can't either.
But eventually work towards it.
Okay. He slumps in his chair.
Trust me, I thought it was a good idea too since we were closer, but looks out the window. I don't think we can take on one of those, as Arcana said.
Maybe not. I haven't even seen a griffin.
Plus, we don't even know if there's like a safe path down. I think.
Or up.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably a worn path from the researchers.
And I guess we are missing climbing gear and
Well, they flew by
excavation equipment.
helicopter.
Ah!
Alphonse, I definitely support your enthusiasm, and I hope you'll keep at least a portion of it intact going forward. But back when I was younger, we had a saying that the mantis stalks the cicada without unaware of the oriole lying in wait. Please try not to become the mantis in this situation.
Okay. Seems like he actually understands what you just said to him. But for my benefit, could you tell me what the fuck that means?
Means make sure that when you think you're the hunter, you're actually the hunter, and you're not missing out on the dangers you're unaware of.
Okay.
Still, that'll be a good time. Then, heck, we can see everyone's skills and what we're capable of.
Yes, I plan to practice my fighting skills as I rather than rusty, I'm a bit degraded.
I don't think I can spar with people with my fighting skills. He shows gun.
Yeah, no, let's not use that one. Caesar Cannon probably getting war flashbacks.
Covering the holes on my body.
So they are holes. I knew it.
Not anymore. There's nothing even there anymore. Not even a scar or nothing.
Actually, that is a good question. If we're going to practice our skills, maybe we should see if there's a room he would prefer us to use.
A good practice room.
I'll go ask. I'm assuming he's still in his study.
Sure. When you inquire, He says, unless you particularly plan on getting too rowdy, there's nothing really in the dining room that you guys can hurt.
Challenge accepted.
Joke's on you. I'm an improv weapon fighter.
Me cutting off my friend's head. I thought you said I couldn't hurt anything.
Me doing a full Yakuza heat action with the table.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know it's not a magic caster style, but do you have any practice dummies, targets, something made of straw? I only ask for the ones who wield physical weapons.
I'm not particularly familiar with physical arts, but I imagine you don't need to cut something up to practice.
No, but it gives like a target. From what I've been told by Zerkanon, it's not about cutting it apart, it's finding the right point for a weapon to hit and to practice that motion.
All right. Sure, I have at least a little on me at the moment.
I'm not asking you to make anything. I'm sure we can roughage some stuff together if you're fine with me doing that.
Sure.
All right. Any blankets or sheets you don't want us to touch?
Yes, the ones in my bedroom.
Oh, we weren't going to go in there in the first place.
Good.
Thank you, and apologies for bothering you.
I told you I'm here at your disposal. I just didn't think I'd be turning my living room into some housery.
I'll make sure they clean up when they're done.
Clean up.
We have
What's
maids
that?
for that.
Yeah, we have
Oh,
people
yes.
for that. Turn to Thaddeus.
Wet sands.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh.
Daisha comes out and we're over here tying Thaddeus to the table to act as a sparring dummy.
She
Don't-
come-
Most of you can hurt him outright.
Exactly. That's why
Yeah,
he's perfect
actually.
for it.
What
Straight
if I
up.
shoot him in the eye?
How about no?
Kidney punch, go!
No, not my one weakness.
Daisha comes in from one of the spare bedrooms holding like a bunch of blankets and sheets in one arm's like, so he said we could make our own, and he said we can technically use the dining room as long as we don't break anything.
All right then. I suppose we should make some room.
Actually, yeah. What's your damage barrier?
Let me check.
Isn't it like
100?
100.
I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
My base damage is 50.
I wasn't joking when I said that Thaddeus could have enclosed that grenade around, encompassed the grenade with their hands and just let it explode.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess we have this in case we ever wanted something non-living to target.
Cam, is Agneel's attack meant to be plus strength modifier?
Monsters use a different calculator for their damage.
Oh, okay. I don't know what his base damage is then.
Did I not make his attack? I made his attack.
Well, it has 30 here, and then it just says plus strength for final 20. So I don't know if you just didn't set the damage thing to like NA or whatever, or
Oh no, yeah, Oh, it's because he's very weak. That's why.
yeah, I'm just wondering if that's meant to be the case. If I'm meant to have a
It
base
is.
damage of 20. Oof.
He attacks on the energy table, though. Very important to remember.
That is nuts.
Yeah.
I have energy armor.
Wow.
You
Not
are
a lot.
incredibly lucky.
Oh, probably a decent amount. You're wearing the heavier armor.
2.
Yeah, that's decent for armor. But most armors don't block energy damage. And in fact, energy damage bypasses physical damage barrier completely. So
Oh my god, you're the only person who could hurt Thaddeus.
Let's go.
Ah!
yeah, it's not heat damage, it's not electric damage, it's energy damage. It's kind of like soul damage.
Oh, so Agnew flays people's souls. Hmm.
Oh no.
Kind of, but yes.
I like your summon less. Oh, I already didn't like it.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like an emissary of the thing in the sky or whatever.
It's worrying.
Just need the left eye of someone who's seen God's design.
Give it to me. Give it to me, Dr.
Oh,
Halpern.
I like my eyeball where it is.
And I'm sure you'll like it a lot more when you see what Agnew turns into.
I don't know if I will.
Don't you want an eye patch? It'll make you look cooler.
No, I want you all to wear an eye patch, so it's like a less of a chance of the thing happening.
Alright, so Cannon, give me your eye.
What do we say?
Pretty please.
Good. I
Love the,
take
like-
out my eyeball.
Oh my god.
Oh man, it means I can fight you guys.
Whoa.
You need to target to train with your longsword. Me. Let's fight.
Alex
See
here's
what
like, hey
bullets?
guys, sounds like PvP time to me.
Not even for PvP. It's like, man, I wanna roll to punch someone.
Alright.
That sounds nice.
I'm sorry, Daisha is just so strong that no one got a chance to hit the Inquisitors
That's not
at
even-
all.
I'll say,
I
like,
punched him.
listen, I've been in that position from Anima combat. Daisha was not the reason I couldn't get in that fight. The door was open.
I mean, if they just come in the house like a normal assassin group.
If they came in the house and shut the door, then maybe I would do something about their intrusion.
Yeah, if they were polite about their assassination, they would have done it.
Which they should have, like, rude.
True, God's always watching. You don't just leave a guy's door open.
If you wanna take someone out, wait till they pull out the tip and be like, ah fuck, like, you got a pen? Oh yeah, it's in the kitchen. Then you turn to the camera and smile as you like pull out the gun.
I don't know why I'm sitting here going, I'm hearing us talk about PvP, and all I can think is we're summoning the bro campaign guys to just pop in out of nowhere.
Fight.
Oh no,
shit.
they would kill us all.
They
It
would.
wouldn't even be a contest. It would be a 1-round combat.
What do you mean?
Oh.
You sit there in Kongsbjorn form and just hold us back with one paw.
I'll be so for real. Sebastian would do the same test he did in the arena, and the only person here who could pass that and would have his respect is Thaddeus.
I could do it.
Oh. The test he did, for context, is he was fighting a person he thought was normal and wanted to test if he was supernatural. He told him, you get like one free shot if you can pass through. But like, because he had a very low damage barrier. He's like, all right, if you can pass through, then like I'll treat this seriously. He couldn't, so then I launched a sword at him and broke the sound barrier, and almost killed him. And like the fact he would shoot his sword and it probably wouldn't fuck with Thaddeus that much. He'd be like, oh shit, okay, all right, I respect you. But the rest of you are scrubs, but we can.
I bet I
fix
could
that.
take a sword from him.
If he was going whole hog, it'd be an Inquisitor sword with electricity charged through it.
Yeah, you'd be so dead.
Oh yeah, he would, but he wouldn't do that. He'd use a normal sword, but it would probably still break the sound barrier.
My one and only damage type I can't defend against armor-wise.
That's
Yeah.
true. He had that really expensive sword, the really, really good sword.
It was so like nice it was expensive.
I'm glad you remember, Alex.
Oh, of course I remember that. The other big part is tea. It's an evolving drink. It gets better over time as you drink it.
Good times.
I love those fun old characters.
I'm assuming while y'all start practicing, Dacia's curious about something.
Is it? Can anybody see your wires? And then you're just gonna wrap it around somebody and see if they survive? Because that was menacing as fuck.
We're all
Yeah,
just
well, why is there
practicing
so much
normally,
silence?
and all of a sudden one of us just starts clutching their throat as they start choking and bleeding.
I'm actually looking at a spell. I'm just trying to find out the exact wording of it.
That's even more menacing. What do you mean?
She did say she would practice something she's not hindered by. So she'll wait till everyone's like sparring with each other or like talking. She would actually look to Thaddeus for this one.
Rest in peace, bro.
Oh god.
You're about to be reality knifed, son.
I actually wanted to cast Detect Sin on Thaddeus.
Ooh.
Not my sins.
Not my sins.
It's gonna be lust. I know what you are, Thaddeus.
Whoa! Whoa!
Thaddeus
I know
be fucking.
I know your mom's hot, but
Damn. Boomeranged that shit.
Nah. Or like I just tossed that one to him.
hell yeah.
Everyone wants to fuck my mom. I know this.
If it makes you guys feel any better, I used to have a hot mom. But she's like not anymore, unless you're into skeletons.
You know?
That's a really hot bone structure.
I mean, if Undertale's to be believed and the people that play that game,
All right, fair enough. Let's go dig her up.
No!
Would her bones even still be here? Or would they be dust by now?
I don't know, Cam. How long do Sylvan bones last? Is it more than human bones?
that's what makes them Sylvan.
Honestly, maybe.
And follow-up question: are they whiter than human bones due to their
Oh, for
direct link to light? Okay.
What level are you casting Detect Sin at?
The basic.
Okay. I guess Thaddeus, go ahead and make a magic resistant check, please.
Or if you
Also,
want to choose
Daisha, I need you
it,
to
sure.
make a power check, a DC 11.
Jesus Christ, that.
Thads is the man.
Well, that fails.
What failed?
Yes.
Yep.
The MR check is
my God.
120.
Damn.
Not my sins! No!
Okay.
Man, I forget how low our resistances are supposed to be.
To be fair, these spells, like, I don't know if it got adjusted in the exit book, but like the spells in the core book have really low saves. These spells are way higher. If Daisha wanted to, I think she could probably do a 140 MR. I don't know how much your intelligence is.
My intelligence is an 8.
Yes, and you can go up to the next level if you wanted to. And my power check succeeded. Alrighty. Let's see. And this is... Why are you doing this to me? Detection is not a spell type, or at least wasn't one of the original ones. I'm assuming it's spiritual.
It is.
It says detection. But whether I know a spell is like visible or not is determined roughly by its type.
Yeah, spell type detection.
And detection wasn't one of the original ones, so I believe it's a spiritual like effect. So it can't be seen unless someone else has the gift.
Yes.
What about the partial gift?
No, actually, funny enough. Let's see. Interesting. Okay. So based on the 7 sins, think about your most recent breach of one of these sins. You don't have to say specifically what it is, just what sin it's associated with, and how strong it was. So, for instance, if you lashed out and kicked a puppy, probably be wrath. And
Sure,
so
why would you
your
kick a
wrath.
puppy?
I would never kick a puppy.
If you thought about Juniper's mom, most likely lust.
Oh no, start sweating.
Super strong lust, extremely recently.
10 out of 10.
Right now, super strong lust.
Don't worry, I won't go with that one. I was joking.
I mean, Dacia's not going to judge.
And this is like a sin, not like, you know, oh, I had one too many cupcakes at the party last night. A little gluttonous of me. More like, you know, a
That is a
severe
sin.
breach of moral contract.
How does God view drugs?
It
So
depends on how
gluttonous.
much you take.
How does God view you dragging somebody down the street with your car until they die?
I was wondering about that one.
Yeah, they didn't die, did they?
No.
Yeah.
That's
But
almost
that's-
worse.
Don't spread this misinformation about our boy.
But I don't know if that was the most recent one. And also, this
Yeah.
is a roleplay opportunity.
Roll opportunity.
Dacia
Good.
begins like casting and just motioning off to the side while Thaddeus is busy either chatting or sparring. Just wanting to take a look and see what goes on with the mysterious bodyguard in the party.
Could a weird dream count?
Like I said, these are
fuck.
breaches of moral contracts, typically. Like an excessive leaning into a sin.
Is it like what you've actually done, or is it what you perceive to have done? Like, if I
Committed.
believe, yeah, but like if I believe that something I did was really bad, then was
Yeah, I
that-
would say that would also trigger.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I feel bad.
Man, Thaddeus is sinless Steve over here, ready to throw his first stone.
No. It's not sinless. It's just hard to come up with something like really, really bad.
Find out he's the second coming of Abel.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be like really, really bad. It's just something where it's just like, again, it's not like, oh, I had too many cupcakes. How gluttonous of me. It would be more like,
just
I
punched
nearly
this guy in the
overdosed on
face.
drugs. That would be gluttonous. Or, you know,
I kicked the guy's car because he parked in a way that pissed me off. Like I dinged it and told no one.
something. Yeah.
Cuss that guy out because he cut you off on the freeway. The words you said can never be repeated in public.
I was thinking maybe because of all that's happened, the opportunities he missed to like protect Juniper and Hawthorne, that he feels rage against himself, so he just like took it out on maybe a little bit too hard on on a wall and damaged it or something like that?
Sure. So, and to be fair, we can just run with this just because it's a little hard. This is a spell that's really good as a roleplay opportunity. You could be like, Wrath. Not severe, but somewhat recent. You know, something like that. You could leave a little mystery behind it, because the spell doesn't tell Daisha anything other than your most recent sin and how severe it was and roughly how long ago it was.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like a picture in her mind or something of what happened actually.
I start invading your mind and going through all the files.
Oh my god, he's a freak!
Damn, he's got that on his computer? Shit. So Daisha would feel like a moderate amount of wrath sometime within the last couple weeks.
Interesting. Looks towards Juniper.
Spend that Xeon, make that power check, and Juniper
Yep.
make a MI. Okay. Man, just crushing those checks. Alrighty. So,
That does succeed.
yep, that does succeed. So as you look at Juniper, you can tell a strong willpower rebuffs your attempts to see into her soul.
Looks over Hawthorne. Nah, I know what his is.
What? No, you don't. I'm a deep and complex person. What sin would I have?
Vanity 2 hours
Pride.
ago.
Well, it's not just pride. I got more probably.
Wrath.
I gotta collect them all.
I've been so kind to everyone since we all met.
He hasn't gone to work in months. That's sloth right there.
Yeah, but
He's
his born out of
rich.
fear, not pure laziness.
Yeah, it's basically sick leave.
Alright, fine. She looks to Benjamin.
Is it just one sin or?
It's the most recent sin.
The most recent.
Yeah, it is pride. He was fully soaking it in.
I guess he just forgoes the check.
He just gives up.
But I'd say it is probably just that thing of Daisha looks over and is like, no, I do just know. Like I saw it in front of me.
I can't leave everyone else out, so Alphonse.
I failed.
Depends on Daisha. If Daisha succeeds her power check, fails.
Oh, I failed. Oh, no, I didn't fail. I rolled a 1.
Yeah, I guess that's not technically a failure. I don't
Yeah.
think there is fumbles and is there fumbles in skill checks?
No. Remember that from.
You can't open roll, you can't fumble. It's unfair.
No, and since it's a level 4 spell, you actually only needed a 10. So yeah, you actually can't fail the spell.
Oh, okay.
Alright. So vaguely, most recent sin, intensity and how long ago?
Oh.
Wrath, major wrath, 3 months ago. Dun dun dun.
Right around the time when there was an assassination attempt on Juniper and Benjamin Hawthorne.
to the second.
It'd be worse if it was pride at that same date, because that's not. You didn't do it out of anger. You did it well, and you knew it.
He did it just for the thrill of the hunt.
That's a tough one. Let me think on that as you do the next person.
Alrighty. Is there canon?
Cannon is the only one.
Oh my god. Why? Resistance? Any defensive check? Don't expect me to roll good. I have a plus 70 to this.
I mean, I'd
Just
also
don't
think
have
you
that
trust Station not to turn on him.
Yeah. He trusts you so implicitly. He ain't guarding against you. There's one that I want to say, but the most recent one is probably, realistically, it's Sloth. Sort of moderate, I would say. I mean, timing is sort of like consistent for a bit, but pretty recently then.
Well, remember, again, this is not like just having elements of it. It's when
Yeah.
you committed a actual sin of it. If it was
Is it
sloth,
not just,
you
like,
chose not
living
to
in
do
sloth?
something that you needed to do.
All right, since it can't just be living in it. I guess it would be a wrath, and pretty explosively, like, how long has this campaign been going? When was this?
Oh, we have a timer literally on the screen.
It's been like 2 months.
I have a
2 months and
character
1
sheet.
week.
Okay. It's a few months ago. Yeah. It was like a few months ago. Pretty explosive wrath.
The entire time when she's not chanting, she's just staring at everyone.
Yeah. I think Zircanon probably has the biggest sin.
Quite surprising for the gentle giant that he usually portrays himself to be.
I have it.
All right, go ahead, Alphonse.
It's hard to pick because I had to think of what had happened before. But Envy a couple of weeks ago.
How much?
I would say moderate.
Very interesting. She considers doing it on Nihilus, and she's like, nah, he fucking beat me anyway.
Also,
Yeah,
he
I'll
would
tell you now.
watch you cast it.
He auto passes unless something
Unless
happens.
happens.
Yeah.
I don't know. Cam said that before, and then 2 wizards stroked out. So I don't.
That's true. The impossible can happen. Though at base he can't fail.
Like I said, she considers it, but she's like, hey, he's got way more experience than me. She's not even gonna attempt it.
It
But the
also
curious-
helps that the gift itself gives you extra ammo.
Yeah, she's only got the partial. Considers that the curiosity's still there. She's like, nah, I'm not gonna attempt that. And then just proceeds to watch everyone. Occasionally scribbling spell practices on a piece of parchment, then and pencil or pen that she found.
Well, that unfortunately end it today. As I desperately need to go to bed or I'm going to die.
Fair.
Then
fair.
perish.
I gotta go
Then
shopping.
perish. I need my
So-
anima. So let's go ahead and do some XP. So, real quick, for being here today, y'all get 3.
Do we, Cam?
You
Speak
get
for
3.
yourself.
Whether you keep it or not is up to your character sheet. Interpretation.
Sand through my fingers.
I think there's a lot of good interpretation for today's session, actually. We got a lot of character moments. So I'll give you all 10. Uh,
10?
10.
Ooh.
That's what we needed, lads.
No good ideas, no plans. Not really that kind of session. No combat awards, not that kind of session.
I'd say it was a pretty good idea to not just attack Lionel or whatever his name is. Niles?
Nihilus?
Nihilus.
Why were you going to attack Nihilus?
Well, I didn't because he would have beat me up, and I think that's a good idea for me.
That's what makes it a good idea.
You know, he's got a point, Cam.
I didn't throw myself off of the building today. I think I deserve a reward for that.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
would have been bad.
I think I deserve a little treat for us not going on the hiking trip quite yet.
Yeah, for me telling Alphonse to chill the fuck out.
No. And plus, you still have plenty of time to make that mistake later, so I won't give it yet.
I slap Alphonse.
Oh. No, I'll withhold for now. I'm intending to give you all some extra XP, but that's more of just due to your training or whatever you're doing over the course of these 3 weeks. But right now we're technically just on like day 2, technically. Maybe even day 1, depending on perspective. So I'll hold off on that for now. So yeah, not really any player awards either. Pity award.
That means our cannon can't seem to roll well when it comes to magic resistance.
When it comes to any resistance or defense.
It wasn't important.
My secrets, Cam. They now know I'm a psychopath.
You know what? More for Booter than anything, I'll give you a pity point.
And they
That
technically
means
don't know the
it's
secret. Dacia's got an inkling.
We'll see how it comes out. It might be really funny though. But I think now the real money shot for the session, player nominations and our kudos.
Good job, Dacia, for talking with our friend about backgrounds.
Also, lore drop on
Yeah.
Dacia themselves.
True.
Yeah.
Progress Dacia's story a little bit, so go ahead and take a player award.
Maybe it's more of a pity good it is her cannon, as he's hearing more and more about the artifact, just sweating more. It's more of a comment on Booter, but she's like, oh no, oh no.
Me keeps just shifty eyes keeps glancing over at my notes where I wrote where I put it.
You know, it's a tinier moment, but kudos for Booter. That sunrise little scene. There's like a bunch of little tiny details about your character that were very cool, that were like played in that moment.
I agree, and I also liked your saying, even though you fumbled a little bit, to Alphonse. So go ahead and take a player award.
That's not fair. I fumble everything I say.
I'll get better then.
Oh,
You didn't fumble that.
Yeah, good nerd.
He didn't fumble it. Alphonse knew what he was saying. I just didn't.
Have more confidence.
Never. What's messed up is that I was like, I could tab over to my notes and just see the saying I wrote down to make sure I don't mess it up. But I know it, and then halfway through I went, damn it. No.
Nah, I feel that.
I should have tabbed over.
My full recording style is I say my script from memory, and there are a good few many times where I'm like, okay, yeah, it's this, and then I start saying it. I'm like, what the fuck was it? Fully forgot.
Oh, I guess this is a bit of a kudo to Dr. Hawthorne, finding out that even glass that can't be perceived through can still be perceived through by to you.
Fucking
Finger
wizard
guns.
lied to me.
I will say, yeah, Dr. Hawthorne made a lot of self-discovery today. I really liked your learning about your key stuff.
The meditation was good.
Entertaining. So go ahead and take a player award for that.
I'm glad for you they didn't jack your inner eye. Thumbs up.
I'm very happy. I can't wait to ask Slug. I'll ask, hey, does your key, does it sloosh? Does it go blub blub when you like try to channel it?
When you channel to your arms.
Take a player award for that. That was good.
Thank you.
And actually speaking on somewhere things, Thaddeus, I'm gonna give an out of context line here to the stream. What have I been doing all this time? That gave me a good chuckle too. Go ahead and take a player award for that.
That was really
Thank you.
good.
Can't believe this.
Slug threw their neck out, laughing so hard.
I did.
It was good. You know, I imagine it's going to come into play, but maybe anticipatory kudo. I feel so bad for Juniper. Just that the little bits of like, oh yeah, she doesn't go to sleep right away. She's just crying the whole time. Damn, yeah, fair. This is rough for your character in particular.
That was sad.
Yeah, I agree. Juniper, go ahead and take one. Also, I'll say just as a GM, tell us about your inner thoughts. Let us bask in your sadness.
No.
Don't just say I'm crying off screen. We need to know why.
I wonder why, Cameron.
Yeah, but we
Couldn't
need to
get their
we need to hear
favorite
her say it.
slushy. Cam, you don't understand.
Good to everyone. Thank you for playing along with me, checking out the sins y'all have committed most recently.
Yeah, no problem.
You know the funniest?
I
I
got
got
you.
on purpose.
The funniest part is when the moment you asked Alicia, I was like, ooh, I have an idea of what sin it would be. And then like the moment it was like pride, I was like, fuck, yeah, that's true. That's super accurate actually. Because my first thought was, greed, minor, super recently, just because he's in a constant state of that greed for knowledge. Like literally sacrificing his own like relationships and just general life for it.
That's
Like,
fair.
no, he just literally was basking in a man complimenting him.
Yeah, I had to scan through the sins, and I was just like, "Fuck." There's a couple that could have applied, but what would have been the most recent?
I imagine for your character it would also be greed, like some extent, because like
It
Though
would be if he pushed the barriers beyond people's comfort zones, which
Yes.
might come up later. But for now, he's been okay about it.
because that's why I slotted mine in, because like getting knowledge is a positive thing, but I think it slots into like the idea of greed when it becomes something that is harmful to like yourself, the people around you. That's when it would categorize as like a sin.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, and like, oh my god, that's constant, baby. I don't work. I've been neglecting a lot of responsibilities. I gotta learn how magic works.
I'm also going to give another one to Daisha. You were very proactive this session. Suzanne didn't like roleplay with us for like almost a whole year, and now is putting in is putting in the work for a year's mist of TTRPGs.
Haven't lost it.
True.
Glad to be doing that again. It was a very lonely year.
I can imagine.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess I just had to say, hey, we're gonna do Anima to get Suzanne to come back. I gotta say, it's not wrong. Anima's probably been some of the best role playing we've done in a while, a long while. Any other player nominations and/or kudos?
I don't know if you noticed, Cam. I used one of your idioms.
Did you?
I
He
did.
said shine.
When did you say it?
Doesn't even know when he was talking about the dang view.
The view.
You got a nice shine to it.
Oh, I might have missed it. That was a
Oh
little
my
quiet on
God.
my end. I'm
Know your
also
own.
super tired. Devin, go ahead,
can't
get a player
believe
award for
this.
using one of my idioms. I've given it to everyone else who's done it so far. So
Yes.
Damn it! It's not fair. I used my own.
I gave you a point for yours.
That's true.
Yeah.
Nah. Nah.
Okay.
That's messed up.
I clumped it in together with also your scene with Dr. Hawthorne, but you know.
Nah.
I'll try to throw in some ones that I'll just create as a player since I'm one of the younger members of the party. I'll get us a 6-7 or something.
Oh no.
Ugh.
No.
Said it live.
take away his XP now.
I would.
Take away
but he's
6
already
or 7
losing
of his
3 per
XP,
session.
please.
3 per session is pretty rough.
It is.
We're at a what deficit right now, Booter? 21.
Something
21.
like that.
This is episode 7.
It's rough. It's rough. One of these days, I'll reach the halfway point of my level up.
I'm 3 away.
God.
I get it next session no matter what.
Daisha leveled up.
Yep.
Oh.
This
Yeah.
really hurts.
I've been excited for this point because one, the lore reveals. Daisha's one was particularly fun. And also, like, honestly, Alex, I'll say you're probably not super familiar with cultivation stuff. So your experimentation with your key and everything you were doing, you were doing pretty good, all things considered.
That's good, because my thought process in all this was literally like that idea of you have to go little like bit by bit testing and like figuring out what are the limits, what am I allowed to do, what space can I play into. It's that like academic minded approach to like something very spiritual is the vibe of this character. It is going, how do you go through a cultivation story or like that spiritual journey through logic and science? Like, how do you approach that? And it's fun. And I imagine when I eventually read Cradle, I'm gonna be like, oh shit, some of this clicks more. Because yeah, Eastern esotericism is still not my strong suit. I need to learn more about it. It seems so cool.
Yeah, to be fair, I haven't completely robbed Cradle of all of its ideas. There's some specific differences in Anima that I've implemented, at least like the theory of, because mechanically it doesn't really change anything. But
I mean, like, Anima's ripped it from literally everything else too.
that's true.
So like, Anima's taken it from shit that I imagine inspired Cradle. So I don't know.
But like, you were getting pretty close, and I love the almost the wall you come across with the sloshing, the slooshing. I think that's it's one of those things that when you get it, you're gonna be like, oh, why did I not see it before?
Yeah, for real. Because right now it's just like, okay, like he's thinking about it as if he is a container, and he's thinking of the idea of fluid dynamics. He is not the person to make that next like more metaphorical step. He's like, oh, okay, I just need to figure out how to treat my body as a container and properly like flow water. If it spirals down to my lower extremities, then like you can find a way to do that. And that's not the right approach, I imagine.
I'm very curious how this next 3 weeks is supposed to go in game, because roughly speaking. This chapter or this section, not chapter, but this section can go like as long or as short as you guys want it to. Like, I was prepared for you guys to be done here today, but you guys had a lot of good role-playing moments. And so that's all I'm gonna say is like this week is kind of like your characters are in stasis and the world is going to be moving around without you guys for a little bit. So, you know, there'll be some interesting stuff when you get back to the city. But just know that,
All right, guys, the next 3 weeks are going to be one session, one day.
Yeah.
I see. We're gonna do the Lord of the Mysteries chapter approach,
And then we're gonna have like a 5-month time skip after that.
Actually, it's even worse than Lord of the Mysteries because like it's like
Yeah, if he gets through a
3-4
day in
chapters
one
in a day.
chapter, it'd be so nice. Me, like 20 chapters later, being like, "Oh my god, it's been so long since that thing." I'm like, "That was literally yesterday. This is insane."
Yeah. But yeah. All right. Well, that's gonna be it for us. Thank you all so much for watching, and I guess we'll go ahead and say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Nighty night.